Right now we're about to change the oil on my 2018 Shelby GT350. So it's really simple. This has a new canister design on it. It is no longer the metal oil filter. So right over here I got my AMSOIL, and then right over here I got my AMSOIL oil filter. So I would recommend both of these products. They're pretty good. And then I have my O-rings right over here. So you can hit up the guy right here, Young Voodoo, on Instagram if you guys need some AMSOIL, because he can hook it up with a good deal for an AMSOIL and AMSOIL filters. You're gonna need a 1 1/16 bit right over here, millimeter socket, 1 1/16, as you see over there, to torque down your oil filter correctly. Make sure you guys torque down your oil filter, otherwise it may come loose. So this is a must, so make sure you guys have that. So also I recommend some towels, a glove, and a plastic bag so you can put your old filter in. And then I have my cup right over here that I'm gonna fill a little bit of oil up in just to inspect the oil on my car. So we're gonna undo our drain plug. Be very careful because your catalytic converters are gonna be right next to your face. So you can see right over here. As you can see from what I'm using, you can just use the end of this wrench. Oh, I tried to get in one grab, but that didn't really work. Holy shit. Looks like it's about to overflow. So now we got our T25 Torx bit right over here. We're just gonna click it onto on here, and we're gonna undo this compartment over here, which is the one that needs to come loose. As you can see, that just pops back in. You can just by your hand, just very easily just tosses back in. So this right here, I would really recommend. It's basically a cone, and I cut it in half right over here because you're gonna need to shove this up when you're undoing your oil filter to prevent oil from spilling absolutely like just everywhere. And then rip yourself off quite a few towels so you just have it on standby. All right, I missed, doesn't matter. Thank you. So then rip off yourself some few towels so you have it on standby, because you are gonna need them. As you can see, that right there is your filter, so just shove a cone underneath here so it doesn't drip all over your suspension pieces and stuff like that. So it's gonna be on pretty tight. Once we break it loose, it should be good. So we're gonna break it loose, do about a full turn, and then we'll take the rest off by our hand. There is, oh, all right. Now we're just gonna spill out that. And then we're gonna give our filter a nice little tug. This was in there quite a bit more than I thought it would, but there's our old oil filter from right underneath there. Not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but it's draining right up over here. Just a little bit more to go. Then we're gonna wipe it clean with our cloth. All right, so now that we got it off, we're just gonna pop off these two O-rings, lube these ones up and put it back on. And then we're gonna put our oil filter in there, and we're gonna fill this part up with some oil and screw it back on and then torque it down. So we got this filled up a decent amount, but we just don't want it too filled up, because when we tip it like that so we can screw it in, we don't want it overflowing or anything like that. Let's go ahead and get our torque wrench now and torque it down to spec. One sec. All right, so our torque spec is 16 to 19 foot-pounds, 22 to 26 Newton meters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set our torque wrench. We got foot-pounds right over here, 19. So right there we got 19 foot-pounds. And then we're gonna tighten the bottom screw. So as you can see, once you hear that click right there, we know that that is at 19. All right, so now that's all tightened down. So now we just gotta fill her up. All right, so here we go. We got our AMSOIL right over here, and we're just gonna use this half cone thing again. And the car should take about 10 quarts, I believe it is. I do buy just cases of 12 because this car, my car at least, some don't consume that much oil, some consume a lot. Mine's consuming a solid amount of oil, so that's why I just got a little bit of extra quarts. So we'll put the 10 in now, and then I'm sure I'm gonna burn through the rest later on. I'm not sponsored by AMSOIL or anything like that, but seriously, I do believe in their product. AMSOIL, please sponsor me if you want to sponsor me. But their product gets quiet down the engine a lot more, and it runs a lot smoother, so it definitely feels fantastic, and I do not see myself running any other oil. This oil is just, it's really good. So for you GT350 owners, I do really recommend it. All right guys, so just like that, we finished up with the oil change on the Shelby GT350. Fresh AMSOIL in here. Everything's looking good. And just so you guys know, leave this off for like 20-ish minutes, just so all the air bubbles can come up from the bottom of the oil pan where they are since you just filled up that oil. Then go ahead and throw your cap back on. So just leave that off for 20-30 minutes and you should be perfect. So also stay tuned for the next video because I'm gonna be talking about the maintenance on the Shelby GT350. And yes, I got a new air filter, so stay tuned for the next video for that when I put it on. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. See you guys in the next video. Peace.